And it's officially begun.
Yeah.
Man, we were talking about how far we go back, really the beginning of my radio career. And really when you started popping off on a national level, I remember meeting you and you had the song Natural High out.
Okay,
You
wow.
know, I mean, that's how long ago. I don't even know if it was radio yet because I was just already a fan. I already had like the mixtapes with the Lil Rob on it. Do you look back at that time when, to be honest, being Mexican, like people were like, oh, that don't belong on the radio. Like, I don't know what to do. And then look now at how all of a sudden everybody wants to like talk to our culture. And what's the difference? Why is it different now as opposed to getting all that pushback back then?
I really don't even see no difference. I just kind of just
You be doing your own thing.
Just do my thing, and if it's good music, then the good music will.
I mean, because think about it.
You
You were moving all kinds of mixtapes. You were selling out shows, but they wouldn't put you on the radio. It's like people didn't understand the music. Where does your music come from?
And Natural High was actually in 1998.
So that's what I'm saying. So think about it. This is in 2000 when I'm like listening to it. Like that's when I discovered it, way in the like 2002, I think.
Yeah, but I just at that time I never even tried to get it on the radio, where I didn't even imagine my music on the radio. It was just like a blessing to just go to the studio and record music and just have fun with it.
Why did you start doing music?
I don't know. Well, I mean, it just goes back to my dad, to my grandma. My grandma would sing ranchera music at the parties and stuff like that. And my dad was in an oldie band, so he's more like in the oldies and R&B. So you'd hear him playing George Benson or the Ohio Players or something like that. And my sister into freestyle music. You know what I mean? We were just talking about that the other day. My brother would always come home with all the new records because he'd be DJing parties and everything. But even before that, the breakdancing days, right before that too, I was breakdancing, and it was all about the hip hop.
You feel like hip hop just had like a huge influence on your life?
Yeah, for sure.
Growing up musically and everything.
Sure.
But like, at what time were you like, I'm gonna be a rapper?
I know, because that's what like wild. You're like, oh, my brother's got records. My sister, the rancheros. Your grandma's listening to it. Now you're like, I'm gonna be a rapper.
Yeah,
when did that hit you?
I was I guess about 14 years old or something like that, man. When my brother would DJ the parties, and then I would end up taking over the mic and rapping a little rap that I had already written, you know what I mean, and try to rock the party, but the raps weren't that good, but but it was just.
But it was the beginning.
Wait, did anybody tell you the raps weren't that good, or did you feel it?
No, I just I looked back and it was never too bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I always had the rhythm over there.
I mean, you are sitting here today, so
yeah, you're right here.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad, but it wasn't too.
It wasn't too
either.
good.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But and that's about maybe like 2 years before I put out my first cassette in '92. So
he said cassette. Go Google that word.
Yeah,
go Google that word right there. Who are some of the hip hop artists you think that were most influential for you at that time that you were rocking with, listening to?
Yeah, I mean, man, I don't know. There's just so many to name. You know what I mean? I'd hate to leave anybody out or anything because it's like it ranges from LL Cool J, Run DMC to to the NWA to the Too Short, man. So I mean, but everything in between too. So I would hate to like miss anything,
I get it.
Like
I get
MC
it.
Breed too. That and, like just so many things that come to my mind that
I feel like you would have been a Spice One guy too.
Spice One?
Yeah.
I heard of him, but I just
You didn't get.
I
Okay.
didn't know. Yeah. So no disrespect at all, big dog. I don't
And Rob, coming from one from the West Coast and then being Chicano, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like hip hop's hard to accomplish anything in it to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
But you're being from the West Coast and Chicano, right? And at that time, it's big on the East Coast. Was there a big East Coast artist or a big artist just in general that really accepted you? That you said, "Whoa, wow, I didn't think this
Especially
person
being
was a fan."
Chicano, it's different. That's kind of why I started the conversation like that. Being Mexican American, sometimes like people don't know where to put us, and I'm like, we like everybody else, man, But it's like they want to pigeonhole us.
I guess that just came about when Nori had hit us up to do that Mas Maíz.
Oh, wow.
So then I was in a song with Nori and Fat Joe and La Negra and Chingo Bling and a few other people. A few other dope artists that And we shot the video in New York and everything, man. So that was kind of a trip that Nori even.
How'd you feel? Like, do you remember that moment, like landing in New York and doing this with those kind of names? Like,
yeah, we were all in a room, and I know they were kind of tripping out on me because there was kind of language barriers too. You know what I mean, with the different
Spanish, different dialect,
and everything. So, I remember them tripping out because I had an ironing board over there, and I was ironing my bandana for the
Got to crease it up, man.
For the video,
They didn't get
you know.
it right. Did they ask you why are you ironing?
I mean,
it?
just yeah. I mean, it was just in their look, kind of like tripping that I was doing that. You know?
Cultural difference.
Yeah, for sure, man. And that's just normal to me, though. You know.
I think it's important to talk about that because I feel like everybody wants to put Latinos. They say Latinos like we're all the same, and we do have a lot of similarities: family, faith, hard work.
Yeah.
But culturally, we're very different. Being Mexican American is different than being Puerto Rican, you know, or whatever the case may be. So that's why he said they're tripping out with the the bandana, you know,
for sure.
3 creases in the back. They're like, what is that? They don't even know, you know.
Yeah,
they don't even know.
Yeah. But you know, we're all people living on this earth, man. Just trying to,
Yes.
you know, trying to survive, man. So you know, one love to everybody, man, and whatever race, you know.
What about the music? Like, what do you think? And gosh, you've got so many songs. It might be like picking children for you, but what do you think is your favorite song that you've made to date, from beginning to right now? I know that's a lot, but
yeah,
because he does have a new album came out last night.
I know.
Yeah, I have a new album came out last night. Yes, and they just get kind of better and better, man, and with everything that I've been through, and so I don't know, but right now I would have to say probably like neighborhood music, you know.
I love that song.
Little Chicano anthem right there, man, and let them know how we live and how we're brought up and kind of how we do things. And I remember coming home from work and turning on the top 4 at 4, and it would be number 1, and top 7 at 7, it would be number 1 on Power 106 for a good month, man, at least, I think.
So when
man.
that song was
it's
popping
crazy.
off, you were still had a full time? You're still working?
Oh yeah, it still works, man.
What were you
Always
doing?
works, man. You know, I worked in the warehouse, just shipping and receiving.
Dang,
You in the warehouse and your song is blasting above. You're listening to it on the radio.
Oh yeah. And then you know, like when I first signed with John and Joe Lopez, I mean,
Yeah,
we all know
yeah,
John
of
and
course,
Joe,
of
you know,
course.
you know, and Jose, you know, over here, they used to call me at work to try to get me to write this music because I just signed a contract with them to put an album out.
But you're like, I'm working. I'm like at the warehouse right now.
But I'm working. Yeah, I mean, I tell them I'm not here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
Because I'm cool with all them too. So they would say I'm not there, that I was at home. So they would call my house, and
Yeah.
then my mom would be like, "Hey, you know, he's at work and stuff." You know?
Yeah.
Or whatever,
Was there any of the coworkers or any of the boys in the warehouse that were like, "Nah, you ain't really rapping"?
That's not you, bro.
Or were they mainly
nah,
supportive?
because the manager was my brother, and
Oh my gosh.
and then
Your DJ brother?
yeah,
The brother who would DJ? Oh my gosh.
my brother and my other coworker was my compa Luis. Shout out.
Shout out
Yeah, what's
Luis,
up,
dog.
man? Yeah, and then,
That's wild.
And everybody that we would come in, we'd just all be working in the back, is you know. We'd
People
get
think-
our work done, but we'd have a lot of
Yeah.
fun too, and go.
Yeah,
You know.
people think that you made a song and it's all over the radio and everything, and you just make all kinds of money. That's not the way it works.
Nah. I mean, not for me. It didn't. Maybe for somebody else. But, you know. But yeah, you started getting known pretty fast, though. You know what I mean? I had bus bench ads, I had billboard type of things going on, and I was kind of tripping out that they were doing all that for me. You know.
I love that.
So you know.
One of the things you just said, we love all race. We love each other, and I think as people we've grown a lot. But there's still that. Sometimes I think everybody calls it kind of a crabs in a bucket mentality.
Yeah.
Where we hate on our own kind and we hate on our own people. How do you deal with that within our culture? I mean, I've been there when people have come at you.
Oh yeah.
violently. I mean, remember
yeah,
that time
We
we
were
at the
talking
party
about
in the
that before you
bottle?
got in the room, Dana. Like,
Man,
she
that
there
was
for,
like
in San Jose. Yeah.
I was so scared, not only for you, but for the people. I'm in my mental. I'm thinking, why are we attacking each other instead of lifting one another up? How have you gotten past that, and do you still have to deal with that today?
Yeah. No, I mean, I've gotten past that. I mean, to a certain extent. I also went to go perform up in San Francisco.
I love that.
And I did a show at the Lowrider Show, and I had bottles being thrown at me, and I had to wear a bulletproof vest and all that kind of stuff. But I just wanted to always show that, not that I can go there and do that, but just show that we can probably maybe you know, get
Come
together
together
and have a good time. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And maybe prove everybody wrong. It hasn't happened yet, but you know what I mean.
No,
But
because you
but I
did the
always
show.
wanna-
It did happen.
But I always want to prove that, you know, man, I can go there, man. I could go rock the stage over there, and I would love it if they could come out and just have a good time. And the only reason why I don't do it is because, you know, I don't want nobody getting hurt or you know, if it does go the other way, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be a part of that, and I don't want to, you know.
I do think you have provided that though in
I do, too.
spirit for the music. I mean, just neighborhood music and summer nights alone. Those
Yeah.
two are like, you know, you put
Bangers,
those on
man.
at any
Classics.
kind of asada or anything like that you're at, and it doesn't matter where you're from or what
Man,
you do.
got Anthony
Everyone
saying carne
vibes.
asada.
Yeah.
That's a big one for him.
Yeah.
That's a big. You don't speak Spanish, you know.
Yeah, and you know, and I know where I'm from, you know, San Diego, and you know, and just going up there as a kid, and then this is before YouTube and all, before Instagram and all these kind of things where you hear about, the people up north or the
Sureños, norteños, all that,
all that kind of stuff. You hear about it and stuff, but I've never been to prison or nothing like that, man. I never done nothing like that. I'm just one of the kids from the neighborhood that was into music. You know what I mean?
I love that you said you did perform. You gotta know that's a big deal. After the show in San Francisco, did people come talk to you? Did you take pictures and stuff?
No, I had to leave right away, man.
Yeah.
So we haven't gotten there yet. We haven't quite gotten there, but we're halfway there.
I know why they don't like you, but do you think you're ever
why?
gonna? But do you think you'll ever get past that? Do you think that that'll ever?
I would hope so, man. But I can't speak for everybody, and I don't know how someone's gonna act. I know that I don't act that way.
No, we know you're.
I mean?
You're always good energy.
You know what I mean? So but I also know what I look like, and and where I was brought up, and or
it just doesn't make sense to me
thing,
that our gente we fight over things that don't even belong to us anyway.
Right.
I'm sorry,
right.
It just doesn't make any sense.
So it doesn't make no sense to me either. You know what I mean? So, and that's why that's why it just all kind of changed, and the music became more, brown pride. You know what I mean? Prideful of being Chicano and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and that's never gonna change. You know what I mean? Like, even to become mainstream or anything like that. Like, I'm Chicano, and that's what I've represented from the get go, and that's just kind of like what it is. And I've come this far, and it's it's never gonna change.
Hey Rob, how do you? I self-identify as Chicano. How do you define Chicano to you?
Well, to me, that's just Mexican American, man, and a lot of people can turn it into like a cholo gang banger type of thing, but it's it's all about the lowriders, man, the ladies and the folklorico dancing and everything, just everything.
It's so much family.
Music, the beautiful mariachi, and all that kind of stuff. Like
when you say that the lowriders and things, people want to make it like gangbanging. But when you go to a lowrider show, 90% is families, it's mothers and fathers and kids and cousins and sisters and brothers walking around there. And I get it. There's bad elements in every culture, So don't stereotype all of us who love that lifestyle into one thing.
Yeah, and it was a thing that got everybody that liked those kind of cars in the same place under the same roof. That it was kind of like just something that happens. You know what I mean? But the lowrider themselves, I'm pretty sure they're not putting $200,000 into the car for someone to break it with a bat. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So,
we're all getting together and getting along no matter what.
That's more of the family thing and the respectful and being pride.
Tell us about the new album. Jam. Tell us what's going on with it.
The new album, Out to the Bueno, man, just came out last night at 9 p.m., man, and 12 midnight Eastern time. So it's out there right now, and it's called Out to the Bueno. Just came out. I've been kind of writing it over a period of time, but when things like that were happening to me, like when you were there, when that happened with
that's so scary.
With the bottle, you know what I mean, or whatever, you know what I mean. So I forgot that you guys were even there. But
the thing is that, like, I think people, and I'll be honest, people look at me and think I probably never experienced things like that. That was my whole life. I grew up very similar to you in the barrio with, I didn't know my father, raised by my nana, my tío. I think that just because of the way we look, people think, oh, she must have had this and he must. But our lives, our childhoods are very similar.
Yeah.
When I was there with you, I've been through that a million times with my friends. So I was afraid for you. I meant what I said, and also afraid for the people doing that, because I don't like that. I want for us to come together, because together we're stronger. What's happening when that kind of thing goes down, it's ignorant. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We can't be strong when we're tearing each other down.
Yeah, and then, it just kind of happened and stuff, you know what I mean? And then those things just kind of happen.
And now your album's got to be different. Your new album has to be different than what it was 10 years ago.
And that day, when that happened to me, the dude asked me for a picture.
I remember. I know.
He asked me for a picture.
Dude, I was right there. I was like, ah.
And I said, where we looking? Where we looking, dog? Yeah, where we looking, dog? And bam, got hit by a bottle and shit.
I know. It was sad.
You know what I mean?
You could have gotten killed. It's not worth all the foolishness, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's really not worth all the foolishness. So you were saying you write differently because obviously you're in a different space.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I write differently for sure. Now it's more like, just watching out for all the snakes that come out, you know what I mean? They try to take you down, like, sometimes I feel like they don't want me here, coming back with another album, but You know, I've been doing these shows with Magic and Bash, and we've been selling them out for the past I don't know how long. And
I feel like you guys are busier
it's like
now
a
than you
comeback.
were 10 years ago.
not for sure, man. And like you know, like I tell everybody else too, I appreciate it a hell of a lot more. You know what I mean? I would never want to embarrass my family. John and Joe Lopez, the record label, Jose, and you know
Your people.
my people that love me and respect me. I wouldn't want to, you know, come on here and disrespect them or make them feel embarrassed for me talking, you know, a
Crazy.
certain way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So that's kind of like what the album's about too. You know what I mean? Like I got a song called One and Done, and that's just kind of like, you know, we could be cool, but you know, if you do me wrong in a way where I can't, you know, I accept
Trust.
your apology.
Yeah,
like, okay,
yeah.
you know, it's good, dude. I forgive you, but I don't trust you, so you got to go change over there now. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's cool,
Yes.
but like, you know, I have no problem with nobody. Just we just don't hang out like that. Or whatever,
Where do you
know?
think this new love has come from? Because I talked to Jose. He's here in the corner. I mean, this guy's been, you know, day one here, right?
Yeah,
Day one,
yeah.
Lil Rob supporter and works with you. But man, there's this resurgence. Like Automatic just said, all of a sudden, everybody is Lil Rob, Bash, MC Magic. Where'd that come from? It was a lull, 5, 6, 8 years. Now it's like, boom, you guys are selling out huge concerts.
See, and that's going back too to that story about, you know, when I got hit or whatever. When I was going through things like that.
That's when we were doing radio in the Bay.
was-
we were on in San Francisco.
I was,
yeah.
you know, it just kind of slowed me down a little bit. You know what I mean? I didn't know what I was really doing it for, man. I couldn't believe my own. I mean, I get it, you know what I mean, but I couldn't believe my own Rasa could hate me that bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it hurt.
So it was kind of like, damn, okay, wait a minute. My bank account ain't matching the fucking danger I'm going through right now, man. Like, what the hell's going on, you know?
Yeah.
But always, man, never disrespecting nobody, man. That's just not my thing, dog. I know where I was walking, and I know, you know, I know how to be respectful, you know what I mean? And
So
not
you
act
thought
like
about
it's
it and you just
mine.
said, I'm coming back doing it differently.
Yeah, so now, you know, just after, you know, time writing here and there, you know, I met my lady, had my kid, and she was just like, and the fans always asking me to put out some new music, and then, and yeah, she just, you know, told me to, you know, get on it, you know what I mean?
You know, it's why Automatic said last night he was
I met your wife for the first time,
Yeah,
but the
yeah.
other I noticed you didn't bring your son this time, and
Wait.
he's a little superstar in the making.
I know, what's up?
No, yeah, just because we got that party tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, no, tonight.
Tonight.
That's
You don't
what
even
it
know
is.
what day it is. How you just got coming and going.
You know, but yeah, we have that party tonight for the sons.
You
You
could
know,
have had
so-
my daughter babysit. I got a little one.
see,
Yeah, she could have
well,
seen.
see,
Now
I
you
didn't
know.
man. I didn't know, but yeah, so it was a 21 and over thing, so I didn't want to bring him to that. But they told me they were gonna make an exception for him and let him rock the mic, man. So I'm sorry, Bobby boy, man. Next time, dude, you know. And he always wants to go with me, you know.
Is he? Are you recording music with him yet, or?
No, not yet, not like that, but
I
you
can
know,
see
when
it though.
he's
He
ready.
wants it.
Oh no, he's
Yeah.
dope, man. Got the rhythm and everything, man.
Rob,
He's dope.
what is one of your favorite things about being a father?
That's what I was just about to ask.
Oh man, dude, that just, you know, it just trips me out how no matter what happens in my day, man, I gotta get home. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
You know what I mean? I have to be there for him and make sure that you know, he grows up to be a good person. You know what I mean? Good people and good people to everybody at all times, man. And yeah.
You know, Anthony says he don't
Sure.
want any kids. He says he gonna be live a child-free life. Automatic and I try to explain to him there's no love like a child. Is there a way to explain that feeling? Have you ever loved anything more
nice.
than your son?
There we go. Lil Rob, pitch me
Yeah,
fatherhood.
well, I'm just well, I got my lady pregnant when I was 43. I had my son when I was 43.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's already late. That, you know what I mean? For a Mexican,
Do you remember him
right?
being born?
Like,
For a Mexican,
For a Mexican,
you damn near
I can't believe you
celebrated.
stayed
You were a
childless for
virgin.
43
You
years.
were a virgin.
I mean, it's not like women weren't throwing themselves at you.
yeah, that's
You
my,
was out there in the fields.
and that's my only boy.
You
yeah.
just hadn't sowed any oats.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
No, that was, you know, so that's my little boy right there. But I was scared, man. At 43 years old, I was scared, going, damn, okay, wait, my whole life's gonna change right now, man. Like, damn, what am I gonna do? Where am I gonna go? What am I doing? Right? So then, but then it just kind of just happens. You make it happen, and then,
I feel like it brings greater purpose to your life.
and then you find out, yeah, man. You find out it's like, you know, the greatest thing that could happen to you, man. But you never know, you know what I mean? Like, you could be living a dope life, being single and just partying all the time with no kids or whatever, you know. But then who knows? Maybe one day I might hit you in a different way, where you're like, "Damn, man, I wish I had."
In the meantime, he'll just keep wearing condoms.
In the meantime, I'll be the drunk guy screaming "Summer Nights" when it comes on.
I'm not trying to talk you into anything else, man. Just
Rob's like, I didn't say nothing.
Okay, Rob, I do have a question. One year for one of the Lowrider shows, I was blessed with the privilege to hold your fedora while you performed one time.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah,
Oh,
and
thanks,
then the next year, you brought in another guy. I was just wondering for the next show, can I be graced with that privilege again if you need assistance?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Perfect. Yes. Cool.
Yeah, done.
And then here's another thing. You, along with, I mean, we had this conversation the other day, along with, in regards to your bald head, you're one of the most iconic bald head men out there with Jeff Bezos, The Rock.
Okay.
I mean, Vin Diesel. Who else? I mean,
I
next
wish I had the
top.
money, but okay.
Yeah, we literally did a whole top 5 of best bald heads, and you made the list.
Wow.
Top number one.
Yeah, number 1. Swear,
Damn, what was
swear
that at?
on the radio. Swear.
Rob,
Yes.
He's like, can I get the audio?
Yeah.
Rob,
Yeah.
at what point in your being a man, this is a big step for any man, when you make that decision to go bald, was it early on? Was it?
Yeah. I was 17.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, 17.
Anthony,
years old.
would you like to show Little
Well,
Rob
Lil
your
Rob,
hair?
Yeah, if you want to give me your assessment, if I should let it go or keep on keeping on, let me know what you
Let's
think.
go.
Rob.
The reveal. The reveal.
Should I? I got something to work with here.
Time to shave, or
I don't know.
comb
man.
over.
I mean, I was shaving.
Great.
I was
Great.
shaving, dog.
Great.
You know?
That's
Because
cool.
what? Because it's what you're doing. I mean, you're covering it with a hat anyway.
There it is, dude. There
And
it
you can
is.
still
And
rock
he's got
the
a round
anyway.
head.
he got a good head.
That's a big deal. You got to have the right head for a shaved head.
You know what though?
I was talking to Rob before you guys got in here, and I was asking him, how often do you have to shave your head? And he said, I can't do it every day because of the irritation.
Yeah, it'll get irritated.
Because you
but-
still have a good whole full head of hair up there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
So you're doing it because you want to. Anthony, you think should do it. The way you answered is just because he has to. He's so nice. He didn't even want to say.
Yeah,
it.
no.
He's like, this time.
You really got to see the strength of the Lokes, whether you couldn't see his eyes. I wonder what they were doing. But it's good. You know what? If Lil Rob says it's time to go bald, it's time for me to go
Well,
bald.
man, you don't have to go bald. I mean, you could do different things with your hair. You can style it different ways. You know?
Comb over.
Comb over, dog. You got the Edward James almost going. You know what I'm saying? Stand and deliver. I must teach these kids.
You know what I'm saying? You can work with it. Yeah, you can rock it, big dog.
When we do that, I'm gonna credit Rob. When he starts taking photos with a comb over, I'm gonna say this is Little Rob's idea.
Oh my God! I've never wanted to do something more now. Thank you.
All right, look, I want you to talk to your fans real quick and just tell them like what's your message to the people that have literally been rocking you? You just said 1998. I didn't even know that's when that song dropped because I didn't hear it. I swear
That's
until like
Natural High.
2002.
Yeah, the first cassette came out in '92.
What you want to?
92,
92?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
I did
was
not
late
know
to
that
the party.
Yeah, we were late to the party. I was
Late
about
to the
10
party.
years late to the party then.
But that's how long back then music took to travel. We got streaming now. It's like you just touch your finger.
Yeah.
Back then you make a copy of CD, you burn it, you move it around with friends. What you got to say to the fans out there?
I would just thank you for having my back, man, for so long. I mean, I've been doing it. I've quit. I've come back. I've quit. I've come back, and they're always there for me. You know what I mean? And just thank you for bumping my music from the get go and giving it a shot, and hopefully like everything that I'm doing. You know, I got to call it feel good music because it makes me feel good when I do it, and hopefully it makes you feel good too. Real good music because it's real good to me. You know, and real hood music because. Shout out to my barrio, La Colonia, you know what I mean? But that's where I was brought up, man, and, just filled with good people and the family, dude, you know what I mean? It wasn't really like gangster like that, you know?
Yeah.
But it was more like family and friends and, stuff like that, man. But we, got our troubles or whatever, but yeah, because it's real neighborhood music too, man, and just thank you for rocking with me for so long. I appreciate it, and I promise to, lead you in the right direction with whatever I'm putting out. You know what I mean? So go check out to the Bueno, and you'll find out some of that too.
You said something real quick here. You said you quit. What would have ever made you quit music? Why would you do that?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, just kind of
That night when they almost
not even that night, not that night,
an
but just
accumulation of those
many nights
things?
of those nights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, like. If it was even like '92, I put my my first cassette single out, and I was 16, and 18, I got shot in the face, so that made me quit for a little bit because my job was wire shut for a little bit.
way before
then,
Kanye.
And then through the
For
wires,
real, I'm
man,
not
through the
even kidding,
wires,
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, through the wire.
I didn't know you got shot in the face either.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
a lot.
Man, your publicist needs to do like you need to
For-
write a
you
book.
need a book.
Or a
That's what
movie.
I'm saying, man. Like sometimes we were just talking before, you walked in. I said I might have like PTSD or something. But I feel like I'm all right. I go unless I'm not okay, and I don't even know now.
You don't even know.
No,
Don't let them tell you, because
I
then
just
you'll have
confuse
everything.
myself. No, I just confuse
You know, they got a
myself.
pill for everything. Do you feel sad? Do you feel scared? We got a pill for that. You know, one of the things I was going to say is you talked about the neighborhood, and I think I don't want us to be ashamed of things that happen in our neighborhoods, because the thing is that we come from a different place, and what folks don't understand, they just want to blame. When the person in your neighborhood, the richest person, the person doing it the most, is somebody who might not be living the most legal life, but that's the only thing they know how to do. That's why you start looking up to that.
Yeah,
You now have been out and you explore the world, and you know there's more. That's what we got to do. We got to pass on to the generation. We need to educate them that there's more than just your block, than just their barrio. There's more opportunity out there, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what I think is important for us to talk about. That's why you have all this.
Yeah, the
Because
world is bigger than your
Yes.
town, you know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah.
And you're doing it with your wife, your son, and the love of your fans. I see it. You got brand new fans. All these kids come up lined up to take pictures with you.
Yeah, and you just be good people to everybody that comes through. I appreciate them all, and then, so it's just we stay there to the very, very end, to the last person leaves.
I saw you last time, and it was a long line, man.
Yeah, so that's what we do at every show, man. We're out there doing that,
Thank you so much.
all night long, you know what I mean? So, but
all night long, neighborhood music, summer nights, all of the above, man. We love you, Rob.
yeah,
Thank
no,
you for
thank you
coming
guys. No, thank you guys. We go way back, you know what I mean? And it's good to see you guys.
Good to see
Every
you
time
too.
I see you guys, I saw him from a distance last night at the Suns game, you know what I mean, over there DJing,
Oh, I
from
know.
a
He said, I
distance,
saw
yeah.
Rob last night. I said, damn, I should have gone.
Yeah, that was cool. And then,
Always good to see you. And I'm excited about tonight. That's why I was already asking. I'm like, what are you going to
even
do
that
tonight?
dude, man. Even that, man. Even to be invited back by the Phoenix Suns to do their private party, and they got me a box with the jersey which said Lil Rob on the back, and
Those jerseys are dope. Huh?
and
The
everything.
lowrider influence.
Oh
You
yeah,
see that
yeah,
candy paint
everything,
on the
everything
side and
everything
stuff?
they're doing is really dope, man. The mariachi singer that came out last night to sing the national anthem, and
That Chicano
really,
pride.
really dope. You know what I mean?
The thing is, like Chelsea, she's the girl that's putting
Yeah,
everything
yeah, yeah,
together
yeah,
for
yeah.
the
Shout out to
Suns.
Chelsea,
She's
yeah, for
doing a
sure.
really good job of representing the culture.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's 100% authentic. She's not trying to take it any other direction than what it actually is.
It's who she is.
Yes.
Yeah,
And you
it's
can
who
feel
she
it.
is,
You can
yes.
feel
The
it. It
music
feels
that-
authentic.
The music that was playing in between times and all that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh yeah, you know what I mean?
There's a
Perfect, man.
Miklo in every neighborhood, bro.
Hey, man, thank you, man, because I was having a good time, man. You know what I mean?
Ow.
I didn't mean to drink that many beers, but
But it was
that's
good.
what the music does. You know what I mean?
Thank you so
For
much,
sure.
Little Rob, inside Dana
Thank you
Cortez
guys.
Show. Thank you.
guys.
Woo!
Dope. Thank you guys.